subject to change. After terms, regular rates apply. Compares optimum prices to top carriers. Xfinity Internet required.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Supercar Wash. All lanes are still blocked by an accident in the Fenton area. US 23 northbound after Center Road. You can use old US 23 instead. Also, there's a crash on US 23 northbound at Barker Road. Supercar Wash gives you unlimited chances to keep your car clean. Wash every day at any 11 locations for just $14 a month. It's quick, easy, and contactless with free vacuums and handheld drying. That's $14 a month for unlimited. Drive up and sign up at Supercar Wash. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I make the best salad ever, people. And now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and season rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Michigan, this is the story of Kaylee, who was unvaccinated.
I got COVID and was hospitalized for a month. I was 39 weeks pregnant. I couldn't breathe at all. I had a blood clot in my lungs. It caused me to go into right-sided heart failure. There was lots of talk about putting me on a ventilator. I thought I was gonna die. I was worried that he was gonna grow up without a mom. You know, being 27 and a mom and a wife and having that all almost taken away from me. It's scary. And if a vaccine can prevent that from happening, why not?
Find your vaccine at michigan.gov/COVID-vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game at a time. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs and overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks. Do you consider yourself the sultan of seltzers? Do you love the light and refreshing taste of an ice cold Truly? Twin Peaks is giving away tons of Truly swag all month to mention visit at Twin Peaks restaurants on Facebook and learn more.
Have you tried learning a new language but it never seems to stick? That's because there's more to language than learning vocabulary. Babbel is different. Babbel's multiple ways to learn helps you explore every aspect of a new language, anytime, right from your phone or computer. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help from an instructor in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people. We keep them small so everyone can get the help and practice they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning motivation, Babbel gives you the tools you'll need to explore your new language. And Babbel is built around real life. Everything from the interactive lessons and live online classes to the podcasts and games will teach you things you'll actually use. So you're ready for real-life conversations. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel, more ways to explore, more ways to learn. Start learning today at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
This hour of the Valenti Show with Rico is brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jensen. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
Let's check in with Dave on the ticket text. See what's going on there. And if you missed our Tigers stuff and wondering about the Avila account, Odyssey.com is there for you. Look, free agency, Al, not a good poker player. Usually tells you exactly what's on his mind. Sounds pretty grim about old Chris spending some money. But you can go listen to that Odyssey.com rewind. It's free. Yes, Tim.
Aren't they just kissing JJ's you-know-what so he doesn't go to the transfer portal in a few months? It seems like they are.
Probably, but I think you do what you need to do.
It could be that, but you can't coach and play that way. Because that's the new way things are going to be. You got to set the precedent. You got to show who the adult in the room is.
Look, they're winning, and I get it. But I'm not interested in what's gotten you here. It's more about what do I need to do to get where I want to go. The whole idea is to get in the end. What gives me the best chance to do it? Right now, I have a hard time believing Cade McNamara's getting it. And I also, and it's personal bias, I'm not saying it's impossible. I've seen it work before. In Ohio State used to do it.
Yeah, I think they want to play it safe.
I don't want to do this quarterback carousel.
That's the thing. Either you stick with one or you go to the other. But if you start to mix it up, you're going to kill your own momentum. And trust me, you will cause this thing to get derailed quickly.
David, you nervous about Saturday at all? Or are you not reading into the point spread and all that stuff? Do you just
I'm not nervous at all. And I think we take care of business on Saturday.
Considering how terrible he is at the picks, maybe that means a Big Red get it done.
No, they don't.
I mean, you're speaking like you got confidence like I do.
Yeah, they'll be fine. It's Adrian Martinez.
Who's a lot better than your quarterback.
Oh, okay.
No.
Turnover machine,
Hold
fumble.
on. Why don't you go look at the numbers?
No, I know what the numbers look like, but he fumbles the ball.
He's played very well this year. He's played very well
And
this
he
year.
did that against your team. He fumbled the ball.
Dude,
in
he
key
had
moments.
one turnover in overtime. It happens.
Key
Like, I
moments.
get it. Jesus, not all of us get to throw it 11 times a game and then claim we never throw a pick.
He turns it over, David, but here's the other thing. He can break containments.
Well, yes, he can.
And just when you think, oh, we got him for a set, he's running down the side.
I'm amazed what a raw deal this kid gets. Guy's got like 1,600 yards passing. He's played Oklahoma. He's played Michigan State. Oh, yeah, Adrian Martinez.
You know why? But it's like, is it the end? They didn't win. So he's considered, he's on a losing team. So people look at him as a loser. That's why. Now I wouldn't be as confident as you, David, but you know what? It's your word.
Yeah, well, I'm not confident against Rutgers. So just leave me out.
And Mike's not. Mike's up. Well, what about this guy?
We're under Rutgers.
Commercial breaks are so interesting as we're watching Rutgers play Ohio State. Who's this guy? What is he going to do?
Well, you told me Rutgers just lost
Receiver and
their
their
tackle.
tackle. Yeah, and then we don't know what's happening with Mr. Fake gun. So,
Oh, Melton? The corner?
yeah. So they could be without three of their best players.
I'll take it. Pass out a few more fake goal guns and see if we can get rid of another 3 or 4. I just want to keep the dream sequence going of MSU winning these games. I know we're not that good, but it's fun.
And Ronnie, yeah.
We are on the juices. We won't have Michael Penix.
I think that was a game that if it was
My goal is to play 12 games where none of the opponents have their starting quarterback.
well,
I want to live in a UCF alternative world where I get to hang a national title.
then you're probably looking at some type of horrific accident happening.
We'll get there when we get there. David, maybe it'll be like a I don't know, herpes outbreak or something, and none of them play. I don't know.
David, maybe their quarterback will get into a fight and take a group of people with him. Remember that? Kirk Cousins led the group.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
I'm just going to read this. MSU 1985 brand. Happy we're 5-0, but those last 2 games, second half scared the living daylights out of me.
Yeah.
I want to be left alone in my joy.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt, and you can be happy with it. But I'm also honest enough as a fan. We should be 4-1. In the way we've played the last 2 weeks in the second halves, you will not beat almost anyone moving forward if you do that.
Nebraska scared me. You were frustrated watching Western Kentucky because you knew they could go out there and do better. You just saw them put up 42.
There was a
Nebraska. I guess I'm sitting with you. I had to leave and take a stress walk. Like, I can't.
I was quiet. I didn't do anything wrong.
And that's what it was, because I could just hear your thoughts.
Right, I stayed quiet. I was pensive. But no, the Western game.
What do you think, Tom?
The Western
What do you think
game.
the Poors are doing right now?
There was a point where MSU was up by 14. This is probably 10 minutes to go. And MSU's got the ball, and it's 3rd and 9. And you know if you're giving that ball back, it's going to be a 7-point game.
badly they played the second half because they could have, without trying, should have been able to put up 6. You're 42 and a half. You can do your job.
Honestly, I thought they were going to put up 7.
Well, they didn't. They put up 6. Unacceptable. It's the second week in a row. You do feel like MSU's flying close to the sun. You do. Michigan had game control against Wisconsin.
See, what to me, for Michigan State, they're not making the adjustments the other team makes. Like, at halftime, they sit in there, they figure out, MSU is running this play. They're doing this. Watch out for this guy. And the opponent comes out there and shuts it down, and you don't see the counter punch for MSU. It's like, no, we're going to keep still trying to run these plays, and it's not working. 6 points, 2 field goals. And if you include overtime, 9 points.
That's not what good teams do. And unlike some of these other fans who are like, okay, we're winning, I don't do that. You got to do the autopsy on your wins and your rights.
If you want to dare to dream, you want to beat Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State, you got to be able to score. You got to be able to score in the second half the way you did against Miami. That probably was the best second half I've ever seen.
And would that be stubbornness from Tucker not getting his coaches to change, or what would that be? Because that should be a concern, a major concern.
I mean, David, he said it was a concern in his press conference. I don't know how the pecking order goes. If he basically takes him to the back of the woodshed.
Does
know
Mel
how that
Tucker
works.
have problems counting? Stop snapping the ball with 20 on the play clock when you're up by 20. We're trying to end this game. Yes, I forgot about that. I'm sitting there watching Peyton Thorne. 18 on the clock, 20 on the clock, 16 on the clock. And well, what are these guys doing?
Take it down to 1, then snap it. Look, why did you snap the ball with 18 seconds left?
5.
No, 1. Take it to 1. Take it to 2.
You get Brian in the mix now.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Hi,
Oh,
Brian.
my God.
Hi guys, how's it going? Go Green.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't want to lose to Rutgers. I'm not ready to lose yet.
My cell phone's breaking up. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Mike. I'm hopeful, but I'm hesitant to dream because, well, I went to undergrad during the John L. Smith era, so I've got this like PTSD where I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop to some degree. And I think Mel Tucker, he's trending positive, more like Antonio the golden years, but we still don't quite know what he is just yet. Is he more like Antonio, or is he more like John L. Smith and stuff?
No, I don't think he's like anybody they've had. This is, you know what he's like? I'll be honest. He's like Nick Saban. Now, he's not Nick Saban. Don't get carried away, people. I'm saying Mel Tucker is a complete red ass. Now, he can relate to his players. He understands branding and imaging and the modern player. But make no mistake, Mel Tucker is screaming at people during the games.
You probably got about a 2-year shelf life to get your stuff together. Or there's
I really like that fire about him too and stuff. And before I go, I wanted to kind of see if maybe you can straighten me out a little bit. I have one nitpick on Kenneth Walker that I kind of noticed the last couple of games. It seems like he's really intent on turning that corner or making that first defender miss. And I feel like, and probably about 10 to 15% of his plays, if he just carried his speed upfield, you get like an extra 3 or 4 yards rather than like losing a couple of yards there. I feel like a little bit of maturity there would help the consistency a little bit. Because it always seems like he's trying to rip off an explosive play.
But yeah, but Brian, with certain running backs, I mean, it's kind of like with Barry Sanders. That's their style, and you're gonna get a lot of lost yards, but they make up for it.
He's leading the nation in rushing. I don't know that I'm in a position to critique. Northville Lumber, the Trex decking leader, stock more and sell more Trex decking and railing than any other country. Did you know that Michigan State could have burned about 4 more minutes of game time if they would have only snapped the ball?
Is that allowed?
Northville Lumber, number 1 period to Rutgers. Stuart Northville knows it. I bet you he can count to 15. They have more Trex in stock than anybody. You're a pro builder, remodeler. Stop gambling with the competition. Get with the best. It's Northville Lumber. You go straight to the source because they stock the stuff that other places can't or won't. It's just that simple. From the design center to the lumber yard to the warehouse. It's Northville Lumber. Call today or go to northvillelumber.com. That's northvillelumber.com.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Abraham and Rose.
first arrived on the PGA Tour in 1996, he immediately captured the attention of the media, especially after he won his first major. But maybe more importantly, he sparked the flame of interest in the sport for blacks and other minorities across the country and around the world. NASCAR is at a similar juncture now that Bubba Wallace, driving for Michael Jordan's 2311 Racing, has finally won a NASCAR Cup Series race, the Yellowwood 500 at Talladega, earning him the first trip to victory lane for an African American since Wendell Scott's win in 1964. Wallace has been running in the series since 2017, but despite being one of the sport's most popular drivers, his presence hasn't pulled the black viewer fully into the oval. That's because regardless of skin color, sports fans want to follow winners. With Bubba and MJ, it's a historic duo with a black driver and a black owner winning a Deep Road. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your headlights are getting dim? With the seasons changing, now's a great time to change them. Upgrading your headlights can ensure you'll be safe and ready to handle darkness and fog. Oh, and we recommend replacing in pairs. That way you won't have uneven lighting over time. You can get all of your lighting needs fast with our next day delivery and free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Fall is just around the corner. And what comes with that? One of the greatest sports ever. I'm talking about football. From the first snap of the game, you're hooked. Every pass, every play, every interception keeps you wanting more. We jump up and cheer as loud as we can every time our team scores a touchdown. There's nothing better. So sit back and enjoy the best time of the year. It's been a tough one. We all know that. So cheer a little louder. Enjoy the grilled burger and dog. Tailgate with your friends and celebrate the greatest sport created. Earn that.
Drop the line.
It's Michael.
That is good, that guy.
Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are changing the game with the Chevy Equinox. Equinox is the perfect SUV. Its eye-catching style is versatile and spacious. Its safety features surround you with security. Plus, with available 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Chevy Equinox keeps you connected wherever you go. Go to ND and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Have you been thinking about a new car purchase but need a lower rate? Look no further than T&I Credit Union. They offer rates as low as 1.99%. T&I Credit Union also goes the extra mile by giving you a $100 gas card at closing, so you can go see the fall colors in your new car. T&I Credit Union. Here when you want us to be. Call 1-800-338-3908 or online at ticreditunion.org. Some exclusions may apply. Rates may vary based on credit score. Rates and offers are subject to change without notice. T&I Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender.
TJ Lang joins the Valenti Show with Rico, Fridays at 4 on 97.1 The Ticket. Guess who doesn't have to do wings on Thursday? You idiot!
Guess who forgot about radio? A mic is on.
Those are hot mics. You gotta. This building
building is a 50,000 square foot coffin. You could talk anywhere, just not that room. You picked the one room that has hot mics.
I mean, he's done radio his whole life.
It says on the air outside the studio. Glaring light that says current.
Or, throw somebody under the bus.
Right, and he's sharing his schedule. Oh, hey, buddy, guess I don't have to work Thursday. I mean, honestly, what's wrong with you, Rieger? First day?
Unbelievable.
Sit down. I'll play something for you two maniacs.
Oh, is this the new song?
I think it's, you gotta tell me which one's better. What we did to Doug yesterday or what we did to Lomas today?
Okay. We'll judge. Big ask. Ask. Rieger's getting
Yeah, hey, first day in radio, I remember it.
Before you do that, I've been meaning to ask you guys, why you gotta go stealing stuff from Rutgers? Listen, you're back, you're 5-0, and now you're stealing the chopping of the wood. What is up with that?
I don't know. Like, doesn't that seem like a weird hill to die on?
Well, first of all, I don't think Shiala was dying on the hill, right? He was just asked about it, wasn't he?
He seemed a little upset about it.
Right.
They kind of came in and stole our beats.
Well, just know this.
We've been doing this since 2005. I didn't know you were in football.
Okay, just know this, you cannot call Spartan Stadium the big house, okay? Don't even try to steal that one.
I mean, it's right. It's like slide on the winged helmet. I mean,
I gotta tell you, the deep end, the deep end, what they call your student section, definitely not as intimidating as he is. Deep end does nothing.
because he is a weird fascination with Izzo. You had anxiety. You were like, I'm at a practice. He's like, I got anxiety already.
Okay, you sit there because they're right on top of
No,
you.
Rico was at the practice on Saturday. He's tweeting out how good these players look.
Okay, it was open and everybody was there. Okay, you could have been there too,
But he was sitting next to Izzo, of course.
You didn't want to go. I don't want to be.
Tom was watching the game at Mike's house.
He didn't want to watch some team from Kentucky come in and throw for, 580 yards or whatever? You knew they were going to do that, especially when they got behind.
Why you don't schedule those games?
But my favorite part about today's show, driving in listening to you guys, the ticket texter that texted in, you guys don't get to the quarterback. Mike literally had an aneurysm.
Oh, no, he didn't literally have
I
one.
wanted to stay. I held my temper in check. I wanted to. Honestly, I hated everything about that person. Because you're so stupid, but you're speaking so authoritatively, and it's just wrong.
No, but that was only the second stupidest call you took. I heard earlier. You know the one.
Harold Castro.
Yeah, Harold Castro. Just as good. I didn't hear that.
I should have opted out. Should have just left.
When you say it's just Harold Castro, you don't need Carlos Correa, you got Harold Castro.
Castro is one of the best hitters. Odyssey.com rewind if you want to hear that.
They call him Hitting Harold.
Harold, that's Harold.
Yeah, I said, one of your other shows. Well, that's your first mistake. Click. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I don't know. I don't care. And then they suspected it was Caputo. And then I said, well, that's what happens when you put 80-year-olds on the air. Let's hear. Castro's friends with Henry Ford. All right.
I saw Ty Cobb. I used to walk to school with Ty.
Charlie Gallagher was my favorite player.
His friends called him Theodore.
You know, I went to Temple. They greened it.
I remember when it was Briggs Stadium.
He didn't go to Temple with Green.
Listen, Dave Rosema banged my sister.
Always going too far, Roberto.
What is wrong with you, Bert? I mean, I know there's lots of things.
I like Jansen just saying,
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's hear one more. This has to be good.
That's yes, sir. That's yes, sir. Damn, that's a big ass. Damn, that's a big ass. Damn, that's a big ass. That's yes, sir. Ass.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Ass. That's yes, sir. Damn, that's a big ass. Damn, that's a big ass. Damn, that's a big ass. Damn, that's a big ass.
Everybody's head is popping. Everybody's head. This is ridiculous. Every single head in both studios
that's
is
really catchy.
popping.
That's really good.
It's awesome.
Damn, that's
I said it was right up there with the Kitty Cat song.
No, that one's good too. Now,
Tell me why.
now we heard from, because Lomas is the greatest guy ever, and I don't think he'd be bothered by that at all. Has anyone heard?
Wouldn't care if he was.
No, but I'm serious. He would think it's very funny. Yeah.
Since when do we care?
No,
It's not harmful.
No, it's not harmful. I just was wondering.
What do you think the one song is that you guys have that Roberto made that is the one that is in your head the most? Like you're in the grocery store.
No, it was Kenny's.
Oh, is that one?
Might be Kitty Cat.